Well guys, good like applying to some more comments today. I was waiting actually until I finished releasing Dark Souls 2 last episode because, well, there weren't that many comments until pretty much a few days ago. If there happened to be comments on the last video of Dark Souls, I wanted to make sure that I covered them as soon as possible rather than waiting for the next set of comments that would have possibly come God knows when. Then again, the upcoming videos are Morrowind, so that usually gets a few comments from Mr. TheBokkelul, who says, quotation marks, surrounded by what I assume are quotation marks. Well, yeah, it's a quotation mark. Google says it's a quotation mark. Funnily enough, the quotation marks are of two kinds. The ones you're using are the dumb quotation marks. I don't know why. I don't know why they're dumb, but they're dumb quotation marks. Why would you use dumb quotation marks, huh? When you can use smart ones instead. They're kind of like curled and they come on different size. One of them comes at the bottom, the other ones come at the top. Yeah, those are for the smart people. I guess it's because they can tell bottom from the top. That's why they're smart. Anyway, he also says, you talk about using Google Plus as a social media site. However, I say most people here in the comments don't post things on Google Plus itself, but we do use the infrastructure of the comment system. It is my opinion the comment box has actually improved. What it basically comes down to is that you're still salty. Annoyed or put off would sound nicer, but I like the sound of salty better. That's probably because you watch too many Hearthstone streams about the forcefulness used by Google in implementing Google Plus and leaving no one any real choice. And I can understand that. If you were to look at my Google Plus account, you would see a nearly empty profile for the exception of the words "fuck you Google Plus" and the profile picture I use on YouTube. Anyway, I don't mind you doing these videos, they're pretty funny. You were very random at the start of this video, is referring to the previous replies to comments video. That was funny, yeah. Well, I'm not trying to convert you or anything, I was just wondering about your thoughts on the subject. Open parentheses, open parentheses, open parentheses, O, open parentheses, degrees, upside down equilateral triangle, degrees, close parentheses, O, close parentheses, close parentheses, close parentheses, multiple spaces, less than double hyphen. Good luck with that one. Dot, open parentheses, fallen over L, bent, underscore, another fallen over L, close parentheses. Well, that was pretty tough, I must admit. Now, I understand the idea that you can just ignore Google Plus as is and just use the comments for what they are, but the truth is that there are actually a few, not really even a few, a lot of other issues with Google Plus in general. I tend to emphasize the actual issue that matters, and that is that I don't want to fucking use it. That absolutely is the most important part. I don't want it. You shouldn't need any more reasoning than the fact that I don't fucking want it, because it wasn't needed before. It still is not needed, as evidenced by the fact that nobody wants to use it as a social media site, even though you integrated it with YouTube. So I shouldn't need any more reasons than not wanting it, but I can provide a few reasons that maybe you will find understandable. For example, the fact that you can no longer detach from Google Plus in the future, which is very limiting. I don't want to be limited by such a feature. Once you connect, you're done. While that may not seem a problem on its own, you have to consider all the other problems, such as the fact that people have reported constantly losing their subscriptions and even ability to comment without switching over between multiple Google Plus accounts. It's quite a mess. And finally, the most serious thing is, and pretty much the main reason I think why it really solidified my decision to never touch Google Plus, was their absurd policy on real-life names. And it's not that I am hiding my real-life name or anything. You know, you can go take a look at my channel, go see my Facebook. That Facebook is registered on my real name and stuff. Although I can see how a lot of people would have issue with that, and that's where the multiple Google Plus accounts come in and all the other nonsense. But the biggest problem is that people can actually report you for being an imposter. Yeah, some other guy can just come and report your Google Plus. It's a fake. You're not the person. This was introduced, I don't know, probably to stop like Jesus Christus and Hitlers and Obamas just posting random shit from a billion different accounts. But at the same time, it can very easily introduce other issues. I've read about a YouTube channel that got pretty much suspended, although the person who owned the channel managed to get it back eventually, but for a certain amount of time the channel was just suspended because someone reported his name as fake. That's just fucking retarded. I'm sorry, but I don't want to have yet another possible way that my channel could be screwed over by random bullshit. And that wasn't like a small channel, it was a pretty large channel. I think it had like 5 digits of subscribers. I can't tell how much exactly, but yes, it was in the 10,000s, high 10,000s range. I wouldn't want my channel to just disappear, even if for a day or two, because of this bullshit. Because, you know, with comments, I can make videos, I can make shit work, but I can't, like, undo that. The channel would be gone for a certain amount of time. Sure, it's unlikely to happen, but, you know, I like to be on the safe side, and considering how stupid these policies are in general, I just don't want to deal with it. It's a big bag of shit, and it smells, and I don't want any of it. And no. And, I'm certainly not annoyed or put off or salty about it. It may seem so, but really, I was salty when they introduced the change. And at that time, I actually wrote a ridiculous Facebook post where you can see the amount of salt there is like in mountains. Heck, it probably transcends the word salty at that point. Now I'm in the dealing with it phase where I just, you know, deal with it. I just do what I can. And this is right now me doing what I can, that is making videos as responses to comments instead of actual comments. Plus, as you've said yourself, people tend to find these funny. The few people that still watch me consistently at least, so why not? Plus, I'm the kind of person that likes to elaborate. It's one of the main reasons why Twitter is such a poor place for me. It's like, I can't put what I want to say into 160 characters. That's ridiculous. I need a book or something. But yeah, I definitely won't be joining Google Plus unless they literally disable the website without joining it. And even then, I'm gonna have to evaluate my options and possibly just go somewhere fucking else. You know, if they keep fucking around like this, somebody will make a different website who doesn't use Google Plus. And it'll probably work. At least until it gets big and gets bought by Google and it has to use Google Plus too. And then the circle of internet life continues. Great. Anyway. RTA07 says, got claimed randomly from an old VG song I decided to upload that the user doesn't know anything about. Just WTF, lol. You know, you probably shouldn't be uploading video game songs. There's this other comment that kind of ties in very nicely to this by Green3Eagle, 2 comments actually. He says, I really like the music at the end. Care to share the title and artist? And replies to himself, never mind, it was in the description, thanks. Music usually is copyrighted. In fact, it's probably very much accurate to say that all music is copyrighted. Absolutely all of it. There's just these things called licenses that allow people to use that music to a certain extent. I don't know what kind of song Mr. RTA07 uploaded, but for all I know, it could have been a copyrighted song. It's not licensed for free sharing. That can happen. It's not impossible. This is the reason why I ask people when they ask me about this stuff to actually be specific, because I have no idea what kind of song it is, I have no idea who or how claimed it, and I can just be as much WTF lol as Mr. RTA is. But the songs I use for my background in the videos that I post are usually licensed under Creative Commons. It's either royalty free or licensed under Creative Commons. I don't know if legally it's the same thing. Alright, let's see. Royalty free music. License, there it is. I think this is more of a special license, not a Creative Commons license. Creative Commons license, which there are quite a few actually types, they usually allow free sharing and redistribution and remixing. You can do all of that without anyone giving a crap. Those are the kind of songs I use. The song that Green3Eagle asked about was by Life Theory. I believe it was called something blues. Evening Blues. There we go. Life Theory Evening Blues. And if you go to the website of Life Theory and go to any song, let's say this blues song, Evening Blues, and you click on Read Me on the top right corner, it will say Life Theory Evening Blues by Life Theory is licensed under a Creative Commons license. And if you click on it, there you go, it will take you to the page which shows exactly what Creative Commons is. In this case, it is CC by NC, which is you can share and adapt, which is remix, freely. But in order to do that, you have to attribute it, which I do by putting the song title and the author in the description. I occasionally put the title and the author in the video itself, but since you can't really copy-paste it from there, I don't think there's any point of it being there. It's best to just put in a description where people can copy-paste it, and I also tend to put actual links where you can, or where I found the songs themselves. Other than that, you also have to agree that it is not used for commercial uses, and as you can see, I don't use it for commercial uses. My videos are free, totally free. I don't ask anybody to pay to see those videos, and there's not even ads. There's not even ads. So it definitely falls under possible uses for the license. Pretty much all the songs I've used are like that. I used a lot of Life Theory stuff. For example, when I was fighting the gargoyles, I used actually 2 songs. One of them is Life Theory Spring is Coming, and the other is Kubi? I don't know. Seahorse Dreams. Once again, if you go to the page, it should say somewhere either on the song or the album. Alright, there it is at the bottom. It says some rights reserved And you can see once again the similar images which take you to Creative Commons, this time CC by CA, which is pretty similar. Oh no, the police! It's pretty similar. It also share adapt, even commercially, by the way. You can commercially do this, so long that if you once again give appropriate credit, and if you do adapt it somehow, so remix, I assume. Yeah, if you do the remixing or something, you have to use the same license. That's basically the kind of music you can use on videos. Now, how I find this music, it's pretty random. Usually I just hear some of this music on other people's videos. I take a look where it's from, and sometimes, occasionally, I happen to run across authors who make works under the Creative Commons license, and that's how I find my music. It's not my music. The music that I use, that's more correct. Yes. Right, and the final comment is by BlacKShadow. Actually, it should be said BlacKShadow. BlacKShadow. What a noob skill. Shame on you. This is once again on the Left 4 Dead 2 video. So let's see, we need an update on how big is it now. I don't remember how big it was last time, but currently it is sporting 24,921 views. It was definitely under 24,000 views the last time, so people still like it. It's 93 likes to 40 dislikes. People still like it. People are insane. I think I said this before, but yeah. I like to look back upon this and see all these people. It's pretty funny, like, up to a certain point it was like, nice, 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 and then it starts, you're very noob! And then every single person, well, okay, not every single one of them, some of them are just like unable to communicate, but there are a few that actually offered sound advice. Some people were actually concerned about insulting me, which is, well, they didn't even insult me, which is, yeah, but so many people are just so pissed, and it's so hilarious for me. I find it funny, because, like I said, that was the point. The point was that I was supposed to suck. But they don't get it. They just don't get it. At least I was hoping they would make some grammatical mistakes, so I could just make fun of their comments. But they don't even do that anymore. It's just sad. At least I can make fun out of their names still. Yeah. Anyway. That's it for today. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you later. And yes, tomorrow there should be some more wins. Or yesterday. One of the 2 days. I don't know. One of the 2 days? Both, actually. Wait. No, that can't be right. It really depends on when this video came out. So yeah. Ta-ta!
Five-minute warning. Quad damage. Impressive. Quad damage. Three frags left. Revenge. Two frags left. Impressive. One flag left.